would like to announce the next Distinguished Alumnus Award. We confer upon today is Dr. Kanak Manreja. I'd like to present this to he is an alumnus of 9th batch, the PGDI and passed out of NITIE in 1981. He is also a doctorate from NITIE in quality management, in addition to the industrial engineering PGDI from NITIE in 1981, of course, I said. And he's a graduate in mechanical engineering from BITS planning, batchmates, right? BITS as well as NITIE. He's currently managing director and principal consultant at his own consultancy firm, Floater, Dr. Kanak Manreja and Associate. He's a world-class leader and professional in supply chain management, logistics and business excellence. He has been honored by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. I can read it. 90% marks. Vice President and Prime Minister of UAE and ruler of Dubai. He got an award from ruler of Dubai several times for his notable leadership, contribution to business excellence. He has a unique experience of combining work experience in diversified businesses, such as manufacturing, service, research, academics, assessment, auditing, training, and consulting. Being a consultant, he has quantified his time distribution also in geographical boundaries. So what he says, his 32 years of experience has a 40 to 60 mix of working in India and UAE. His leadership assignments have led to significant improvements in productivity, quality, customer service, sales revenue, income, expenses, and profit. He has significantly contributed to many organizations in different leadership capacity during the last 19 years in UAE. He has facilitated 10 organizations in UAE, winning a total of 28 prestigious awards. From His Highness in the last 13 years, we are proud to have you as our winner. May I request Mr. Malaysia to please come forward and receive the Distinguished Alumnus Award.
Professor Karuna Jain, Director, Mr. Dev Bhattacharya, Chairman, NITIE Alumni Association. Is my sound too much? Professor Ashok Pandit, Honorary Secretary, NITIE Alumni Association, and all the distinguished people in the dais, and all my friends, and I can see some faculty members when I was in NITIE here, and young students. It gives really great pleasure to be here. Moment I heard it is 16th November, I think I booked my tickets and I said I should not miss. The attraction for coming to NITIE is so much, as you heard. I had not only spent 2 years here as a student, when we came from BITS Pilani, I think out of 48 students, 12 were from BITS Pilani. That batch had a unique mix, I don't know what was the reason, but out of 48, 12 were from Bits Pilani, so we are feeling very homely here, as if we have not come for second ragging, but we have come here for having a good time with 12 friends around. And then when I passed out, I think I got into manufacturing. I think Ganesh keeps on saying that there are very few people who are interested to go for manufacturing. I think I got a job through campus placement, and I went to manufacturing job with Mahatma Engineering first job. And we were 8 of us, I think, were offered, and out of 8, 6 people agreed to join. 6 finally joined, and we realized after I think 1.5 years, out of 6, 5 are already gone, including myself. We did not survive probably the time. There are a lot of different times. I'm talking about for those who are young people. I think it was Dr. Datta Samant was a union leader. Those were the times when we were surviving in the manufacturing industry there. Of course, I still continued in manufacturing. I was in Philips, India, in manufacturing for 3 years. And I never imagined when I was a student here, but I think in 1986, I was attracted by NITIE director, Dr. Ramani, to join me here because I wanted to do PhD. And he gave me a double option that you can do PhD here and you can also do. So I said, it's very good, it's an earn while you learn program. Yeah, you will be doing PhD and you will be earning as well. That's a good idea, And I joined here, and I think some faculty members were here of my times. I was here for 7 years. I think Professor Basin is here and Professor Ramasan is here. So I am the longest alumni from here. 2 years. 2 years alumni PGP and 6 years or 7 years of fellowship alumni. And I had the good fortune of teaching here, and some of my students were here. I recognize some of them and some of them recognize me. Yes, very good, thank you so much. Now since I was a faculty here, if I start, I think Dr. Ramani when I was a faculty, yes, maybe I planted them to here. As you heard, I think as Mudhir was reading the biography, I do variety of jobs. I worked, particularly in the last 20 years, I worked in public sector, private sector and government. And ability to survive in all those different jobs, public sector, private sector and government. You heard from Bala saying that 10 years no increment. Yeah? And in the Gulf, in some organizations, you don't get salary on time. Okay, so if the young students who are passing out from NITIE, you have to have a lot of patience. You don't have to have a doubt on the first day whether this company will survive. Because I think the first company that I joined, I remember still. I'm not sure, but I think this company was no profit, no loss, or a loss making. So all of us, all 6 people who are going to NITIE are not sure. Is this company going to survive, and are we going to survive in this company? Because it's an engineering company, and we are all going to join as a management training, and we will be talking all the NITIE jargon there. And none of the managers who are present there know the NITIE jargon or the management jargon, but we still manage to survive. I think thanks to NITIE training is a great grounding for anybody. You can survive, learn continuously and survive in any situation. So that is the biggest part of NITIE. And one more incident I will tell, what I survived as Mudhir was reading. As I said, I worked in public sector, private sector and government. So I worked with the family members from the private sector for 13 years. I worked in public sector, which is a government-owned, something like those who know the organizations. I think some of us travel there and would come. DP World, which is the Dubai Ports World, I worked there. And one very famous name, some of you may know, there was a company, Dubai World, which acquired 1,000 companies in 1,000 days. And of course, afterwards, got into some situations where they didn't know how many $1 billion they were owing to others. So I survived in that company for 3 years, and in fact I did very well even during that tough times. I got a promotion. And most importantly, I think the last job where I worked with Abu Dhabi government in municipality. Imagine now Bombay municipality, a job in Bombay municipality. Okay, and maybe Bombay municipality, I don't know, the working language is Marathi there, I suppose so. Yeah. Working language in Mumbai municipality is Marathi. So I worked in Abu Dhabi municipality in government, where the working language was Arabic. Yeah, and I did not know much of Arabic except few pleasantries to begin and end. Okay, so I managed to survive. All the meetings, all the correspondence will be in Arabic. all the meetings, all the correspondence will be in Arabic, including there will be people who are, masters in industrial engineering from US, UAE nationals, who know English very well, but they, as a protocol, they will be speaking only in Arabic. And afterwards, they will come and tell me, they spoke for 1 hour, they will tell me at the end in 10 minutes, this is what is the time for your convention. And whatever work I will do it in English, and it will be using Google Translate to be translated. So the point I was trying to say is, I think life is a great opportunity for learning. Every situation and every job is an opportunity for learning. Last 32 years that I have been out of the NITIE portal from the first day I come, it has been a great experience, and I think I truly owe this to NITIE's those formative 2 years, and later those 6 years when I was a faculty member here, double opportunity for learning. That you can survive and fly the NITIE flag high anywhere, everywhere you are. Yeah? So, thank you so much once again, and conferring this very prestigious award. I am truly, honored by being this, even though they say, the first two dignitaries say that yes, you don't say this, but I think I'm truly honored and humbled, even though I was honored by His Highness in Dubai many times. But I think this award is really prestigious because, professionals are evaluating here the progress of so many years, not for 1 year or 2 year performance, but whatever criteria you have for 32 years. And once again, thank you so much for inviting and honoring me with this award. And I look forward to all the opportunities of coming to meet at all the times. Thank you so much. And God bless. One more last announcement. As a part of my way of, you can say contributing to fly NITIE flag high, I was talking to Professor Karuna Jain that I think we must take the NITIE brand or flag in Gulf now, in Dubai. We have all the institutes present there. I think IMs are present there. If not direct, they are through some agency or some whatever you call third-party arrangement. SPJN is present there. XLRI is through an arrangement. IMT is present there. So I think I know that NITIE has, since I work in NITIE, I know that being a government institute, you have a lot of government boundaries. But I think it's an opportunity for flying NITIE's flag high. So in any way I could assist NITIE to start NITIE's activities there, it will be more than my pleasure to support. Thank you so much once again.
The next slide, I would like to announce the next distinguished Alumnus Award. That's being conferred upon none other than Sudev Bhattacharya. Sudev Bhattacharya is an alumnus of 10th batch of IE and passed out in NITIE in 1982. Prior to NITIE, he did his bachelor's in mechanical engineering from NITIE Rourkela. He is currently the Group Executive President and Business Head of Aditya Birla Group. He is responsible for Aditya Birla Group Software Business, PSI Data Systems, BPO Businesses, Transfox Information Services Limited, and Aditya Birla Minex Worldwide. He served as Managing Director of Aditya Birla Minex Worldwide Limited, a subsidiary of Aditya Birla Nuvo Limited. So Bhattacharya has served as Managing Director of PSI Data System from April 2008 to October 2008. He joined Aditya Birla Group in 1996 as Vice President, Corporate Strategy and Business Development. He has played a pivotal role in 3 major acquisitions and 2 joint ventures that have significantly broadened the portfolio of Aditya Birla Group. He has also played a key role in defining his strategy, mergers and acquisitions, apart from being responsible for the energy and power businesses of the group. He has worked for Tata Engineering, old one, the Stelco, and Banker Trust. He worked as a management consultant and a media producer. I don't know, media producer during his career. He has over 30 years of experience encompassing manufacturing, financial, software, and media industries. He has been very instrumental in bringing together over hundreds of alumni of many batches in the last few years in the time as technology. Baton as the chairman of NITIE, handed over by Ganesh Radhan. He carried forward whatever legacy handed over to Ganesh, they was carried forward. He actively spearheaded initiatives for alumni donations and currently engaged along with other alumni. Ganesh Radhan is also involved into it for redesign the course curriculum as well as they actively contributed towards training of two new course programs which will be launched next year. That is on project management and manufacturing management. We are proud to have you as an alumni. I request Dave to come forward to receive the award and directly to do the honors.
I assure you this is not fixed. I know as an alumni chairman, if you get an award of this sort, like what did you have to do with it? But I must tell you, I was pushing Ashok for a meeting, and we got to meet quickly. After all, these awards have to be decided, we have to finalize the golden jubilee. Yeah, we'll meet, you're not well, we'll take some time, we'll meet. He kept fobbing me off. Then finally he said, by the way, you're nominated, so you can't meet. Like, okay. So, just wanted to set the record straight. It's very difficult to be the fifth awardee, or fourth awardee, and then not be repetitive. But I must also apologize, and this also goes to prove that it wasn't fixed. I didn't even get a chance to provide my CV, so I think they downloaded from the net. So, I have tried lots of things in life, I must say. And right from the day I joined Tata, which was my first job, I said, I need to be an entrepreneur. This kind of job and all is not for me. And true enough, in about 7 years' time, I was out and I started working on a media business. And I produced a television serial and made management films and all kinds of things. I was working with Shekhar Kapoor. We were partnering to do the first music video. Those music videos nowhere near happening. But we couldn't get a sponsor. We couldn't get a funding. But, that was my sort of desire and drive those days. But I've learned. So my 2-minute spiel that I'll give to you today, Ganesh just told me, don't you dare cross that limit. I said, okay. There are 3 things that I've learned. And the third thing got reinforced earlier in the day when Rakesh and all of us met. 2 Rakeshis in the But I was talking about what Rakesh Agarwal actually meant. But that reinforced my sort of learning. As managers, we are constantly learning. Sometimes we refuse to learn, but we are forced to learn. And there are 3 things that I think I'm quite convinced we challenge with all the time. One is to be relevant. How to create and maintain relevance for yourself as a participant in whatever you're part of. Technological relevance, we all felt. I remember when I joined Tata's, and thereafter I had an opportunity to go to UK for an interactive meeting. I realized that I didn't know how to switch on a desktop. And I don't know how was that going on, and everybody was working on desktop that put it in the middle of an office, and I didn't know where the switch was and how does this work. And that was the first test of how to stay relevant. And over the years, as managers age and they move down the detailed work with other people, how do you stay relevant? That's a constant challenge, that's one. And relevance is not just technology, it's social relevance. It's the ability to loosen up, be easy amongst Westerners. And I found the challenge when I landed up in Toronto to have, after taking over a company and then having to go and manage it, and taking over the completely Canadian management and getting them sort of integrated into an Indian company. It was a huge challenge. Relevance. Second thing, and that's the point that I come to, is, in an organization, you've got to have everybody rowing in the same direction or the same speed, otherwise the boat doesn't move. You need discipline, you need system, you need people to do the same thing, similar way, and that sort of stymies entrepreneurship. So how do you create an entrepreneurial environment? How do you separate out sections of an organization where people can be given freedom to experiment? And that is the challenge of entrepreneurship. How do you create that environment? That's a constant challenge as organizations become bigger. Good organizations, vibrant organizations, young organizations become hidebound and sort of, ships, as it were, which can't turn easily as they grow bigger. And that's the challenge. Second challenge. And the third challenge, which I think all of us need to understand right from very early in life, is how to retain that trust factor in your behavior, in the way you interact with society, people, family. And that is a challenge in organizations, how to keep people human, how to keep trust in every interaction that you do with people, and not become, victims of what society values, which is, just getting on top without necessarily having done the right thing while getting there. And these are the three things I think which constantly one has to keep in mind as one progresses in life and contributes in the corporate or the world that you're a part of. Thank you very much.
Next distinction award for the Golden Jubilee year 2030 is K. Subramanian. I'd like to present before you the journey of Mr. Subramanian. He is an alumnus of 10th batch of PGDI and passed out of NITIE in 1982. Started his career with Hindustan Construction Limited. Mine is a mechanical engineer from NITIE. I don't know why he decided to go to HCC. Some of us know the secret, but not we will hear. Maybe some other time. So he tried to make a career in a construction company, mechanical engineer, passed out from NITIE and PGDI students. He was the first industrial engineer to venture into the construction industry, and he set out the various standards and benchmarks, set up a strategy planning process which helped HCC Limited to achieve significant growth. After a 20-year-long career in the Sun Construction Company, he moved on to F1 Construction Company Limited in the 2002. And I think that's the company making heavy losses. And it was a big challenge for him. I still remember we both meeting somewhere in 2002 discussing about it. And we emerged that why not NITIE should take over those companies which are doing so well and make it better. If company doing well, you can only make a marginal difference. Why not do it try? And I'm sure a lot of turbulence going on in him, settled job in SCC, to post the managing director in F1. He took the managing directorship of the F1 Limited. He is currently heading as a last 11 years now, right? Currently, he is the vice chairman and Managing Director of F1 Infrastructure Limited. After he was informed that you have become, in this year we are going to confer upon you the Distinction Award. Next message send me back. Only I would agree with the Vice Chairman also. So congratulations, I don't know what to say. He has been conferred with Bharat Shiromani Award in 2004, first construction professional to receive this award. He is a member of Indian Society of Construction Law, member Construction Industry Development Council, member Committee for Arbitration and Dispute Resolution in Construction Contracts, and sole India Representative for Dispute Resolution Board Foundation, USA. So proud to you as an alumni. So Subramanian, please come forward to receive the award and direct it to the board.
Kundir was telling everyone, finish your speech in few minutes, so it's very easy for me to understand, because from coming from a project management background, we always think how to do the things quickly. So I'll finish off very quickly. And as EPC contractors, we always come in the end in the cycle, of construction, And so whatever delays are happened, still you have to hand over the job on time. And we have learned through this, I have spent 30 years doing that. Alma mater, NITIE, whatever I learned, initially, first of all, when I came into construction, I spent first 4 years wondering, why am I in this line? Why did I make this decision? He knows the secret, so I can't tell it here. But I continued because I felt, why not make a difference in construction? Because industrial engineers are there in the software, they are in the manufacturing, of course, and supply chain. Construction, there was nobody. And construction, they say, is the second biggest employment generator in the country, next to agriculture. I continued there, and I must tell you, the life had been extremely exciting. And thereafter, when there were other offers to come back to the regular stream, I just couldn't come back. Whatever concepts learned here, so there are simple things. You ask 5 questions, how to improve what, why. I really, at the end of the day, understood that whatever we learn here, basically you have to apply common sense in what you do and continuously search for improvement. Whatever you call it jugaad, for us these words don't matter, you call it frugal, you call it jugaad. At the end of the day, in a project, you have to do it ahead of schedule and you have to make money and your customer has to be happy. And one of the challenges we faced was to lift the Indian construction industry itself. There were constant comparisons with American companies doing it this time, Japanese doing it this time. I would like to share with you 3 or 4 examples, just to say that how far the journey has been charted. One of the jobs in Malappadam in Kerala, 48 months, this job was monitored directly by the project manager, Prime Minister's office of the country. Dubai Port was setting up a terminal in Malappadam. And the question was whether it could be done in their time. No Indian company could do that. Instead of 48 months, by value engineering the whole project, we finished it in 30 months. Konkan Railway was built, there was one particular section in Goa, with those who have traveled to Goa may be aware, Zuari Mandovi bridges. There was no company, including Larsen and Toubro or even international companies, who could do that. And through the processes of, I don't know, we didn't call it as frugal engineering, through value engineering, the whole bridge was fabricated and we just brought it and just kept it like that. You know, that entire steel structure you see was just manufactured elsewhere, brought to that Mandovi River and just erected on the spot by a barge which was fabricated and constructed by the company, which can lift 1,200 tons. And that Mr. Sridharan said at that point in time, no other construction company in India or outside India could have done that. And Konkan Railway became a hallmark of success in the Indian construction story. Same examples repeated in Delhi Metro. When Mittal was putting up a factory in Liberia, he wanted to erect a plant in flat 9 months' time. No company was again willing to do that. Afghan's infrastructure undertook, and we finished it in 8.5 months' time. Again, principles of productivity, value, so many things, you know, the principles learned here. I don't want to enumerate all these processes. The background of NITIE, coupled with, you know, that the training, grooming in construction, that we have to get things done, whatever you call it, took us long in the path. Today, you know, many companies like Larsen and Toubro, Afghan's infrastructure, they are rated in the top 10 companies, even in the Asia Pacific. In the marine, we are rated 10th best in the world. So many, this has been rated as the only company to have a World Quality Commitment Award. These are the achievements that have been ensured. I was very happy to know when Puneet said they are starting a course on project management. We often used to talk. Why not have, you know, this is something that the industry needs very badly. Like NITIE used to address industrial engineering, NITIE addresses, of course, in project IT. But project management is such a core discipline, and which is such an important discipline. He told me that they are addressing, and I am extremely happy to know this. And I also told them that from companies like us, we will render all the support for this noble endeavor from the industry. I am honored with this award. I am truly honored and very happy with this award coming from an institute like NITIE, about which I often tell my wife and my colleagues how I have been benefited. And how, if in industry like construction and infrastructure, if this has made a difference, you know, I mean, we know that it makes a difference in the areas. But as an example, before you, if I may say so, I only gave 2-3 examples, but my company, I can produce hundreds of examples. How these principles, these groomings are helped us. And I only wish there are more and more professionals from my industry who are trained through the processes what NITIE teaches. And finally, my wife is here, so I am very happy and I will dedicate this award to her. And I am very happy to see so many achievers from the NITIE community. I didn't know that so many patents you have in your name. I know my friend Ganesh has a lot of achievements, and the people in the front, the people sitting behind. It has been very exciting, and I've been very happy to see this. I wish we have more occasions to meet and share more what we know to the industry. Thanks a lot.
That was a very enlightening session. Listening to all the awardees, it actually tells us that what are the heights that we are expected to achieve. And it scares me a bit whether that's a possibility in the future or not. But still, we are going to strive for the best. In continuance with the initiatives taken, NITIE Alumni Association has always tried to bring all our alumni a step closer to NITIE, their alma mater. As a part of this endeavor, we feel proud to launch the 4th edition of NITIE's alumni magazine titled Alum NITIE in Sansmaran 2013. The magazine encompasses various happenings at NITIE, the association's initiatives, contribution by our distinguished alumni and faculty members, the Golden Jubilee celebrations, and much more. May I now request Director Ma'am, Professor Ms. Karuna Jain, and the other dignitaries on the dais to please launch the 4th edition of Alum NITIE magazine.
Thank you, everyone.